अब पढ़ाई नहीं रुकेगी कि हमारे ऑनलाइन लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म पर आज हम घरेलू सामग्री से विज्ञान के घर पर किए जाने वाले प्रयोगों की श्रृंखला अंतर्गत विज्ञान के इंटरेस्टिंग सरल प्रयोग का प्रत्यक्ष प्रदर्शन का चौथा भाग लेकर उपस्थित है। क्या आपका बच्चा विज्ञान के इतने सरल प्रयोग नहीं कर पाएगा कि इस भाग में लो कॉस्ट और नो कॉस्ट के रोचक एवं घर पर आसानी से किए जाने वाले 47 प्रयोग करके दिखाए गए हैं। अब पढ़ाई नहीं रुकेगी कि ऑनलाइन लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म पर विज्ञान की अवधारणा सुदृढ़ करने, विज्ञान के लोकव्यापीकरण तथा वैज्ञानिक अभिवृद्धि बढ़ाने में यह प्रयोग काफी सहायक साबित हो सकेंगे। अब पढ़ाई नहीं रुकेगी कि हमारे ऑनलाइन लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म पर शैक्षिक उद्देश्यों से प्रदर्शित किए गए इन समस्त प्रयोगों को मूल रूप से विज्ञान के लोकव्यापीकरण हेतु विस्तारित करने की मंशा लेकर एसोसिएशन फॉर रिसर्च एंड ट्रेनिंग इन बेसिक साइंस एजुकेशन नागपुर, इसके विशिष्ट सदस्य सुरेश अग्रवाल जी, इनकी सक्रिय टीम तथा राष्ट्रीय विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी संचार परिषद विज्ञान एवं प्रौद्योगिकी विभाग दिल्ली तथा अन्य द्वारा रचा गया है, प्रत्यक्ष प्रदर्शन किया गया है। हम इन सभी के प्रति अपना साधुवाद एवं आभार व्यक्त करते हैं। अब पढ़ाई नहीं रुकेगी कि अपने स्लोगन के साथ आप इस कार्यक्रम को देखकर घरेलू सामग्री से घर पर ही किए जा सकने वाले 47 प्रयोगों का न केवल आनंद ले सकेंगे बल्कि विज्ञान को भली भांति सीख पाएंगे।
Why does water rise? Prepare a setup like this and put a coin. Cover the candle with a glass. Flame goes out and water rises in the glass. Some textbooks reason that entire oxygen in the bottle is used up in burning and water rises to fill its space. But is this really so? In the next few activities, let's explore the correctness of this reasoning. it is observed that some air escapes out of the bottle. Can we not surmise that air in the bottle heats up, expands, and some of it escapes? As air cools, water rises to fill this space. Heat air without burning. Now, let us heat air differently without the process of burning. In this case, question of oxygen being consumed doesn't arise. Hold a glass bottle in hot water for a couple of minutes. Swiftly place it inverted in water. Water rises in the bottle. Water rises because connect two bottles. Connect a tube from the bottom of a third bottle to the cap of one bottle. Push in a candle in wet clay and light it. Now we will put the third bottle over a candle. Now there are two hypotheses to be examined. 1. Oxygen consumption. 2. Air expands, some air escapes, and water rises to fill its space. If 1 is correct, then water should move from bottle A to B. And if 2 is correct, then water should first move from B to A and on cooling return to bottle B. Let us see. Water first moves from B to A and then from A to B. Footprints of heat. In the next two activities, you will need a chemical, cobalt chloride. It is costly, so request your teacher to provide a pinch of it. It is hygroscopic, that is, it absorbs moisture from atmosphere. It is pink when moist and turns blue when dry. Dissolve a pinch of cobalt chloride in 4 or 5 spoonfuls of water. Glue a paper strip on a tin strip. Apply the solution on paper. Let it dry. Heat the strip. Conduction of heat is indicated by paper turning blue. Blow over paper, it absorbs moisture from breath. Now you can reuse the strip. Black absorbs more heat. Draw a picture on a card in black. Dissolve a pinch of cobalt chloride in 4 or 5 spoonfuls of water. Apply the solution on back side of the whole card. Heat the card using a lamp. Black portion heats up earlier and its back side turns blue first. Thread doesn't burn. Tightly wrap a cotton thread around a screwdriver. Hold it over a candle flame. Metal absorbs heat, so the thread doesn't reach its burning temperature. Heat water in paper cup. Fold a paper into a cup and fill water in it. Hold it over a candle flame. Take care that portion without water doesn't touch the flame. Within a few minutes, water heats up. Since water absorbs heat, paper doesn't reach its burning temperature. Wire expands on heating. Bend a spoke and stretch a copper wire taut between its ends. Rest a refill delicately in between the spoke. Heat the wire. It expands and refill drops. Once again. Spirals roll and unroll. Obtain a foil found in cigarette packets. It has metallic sheet on one side and paper on the other. Wrap strips of foil around a pencil such that one has paper outside and the other has metallic sheet. Heat the spirals under a lamp. On heating, metal expands more than paper, so metal forces the strip to bend towards the paper. Roll of bimetallic strip. Break open old starter of a tube light. It contains a bimetallic strip. Heat the bimetallic strip for an instant. It makes contact with the upper strip. Soon it cools and contact breaks. Look, it is making contact. Contact breaks. Bimetallic strips are widely used in many electrical gadgets with auto on-off facility. Does pulley reduce effort? Most people think that when pulley is used to draw water from well, bucket gets lighter. Is it really so? Let us explore. With the help of a spring balance, pulley and a weight, arrange a setup like this. Pull spring balance at a constant rate. While pulling, note the reading. It reads more than 100 grams. Pulley only changes the direction of rope and makes pulling convenient. Actually, extra force has to be applied to overcome friction. Connected pulleys. Push a pen cover tightly through a circular box. Glue cardboard discs on both sides of the box. Tie cups to two threads. Knot one thread to the box and the other to the pen. Pass a spoke through the pen. Wind the thread around the box. Fill marbles in the cup attached to the pen. Add marbles one by one in the other cup. Just 3 marbles lift 30. Once again. movable pulley. Lift a bucket of water and feel its weight. Now make this arrangement. Tie one end of a cord to a rod and pass the cord through the handle of the bucket. Pull the other end and lift the bucket. Now it is lighter than before. Next, pass the cord between rod and handle to make a second loop. Now it is even lighter. Pull joints together. Pass a rope between two rods as shown. Two persons pull the rods apart and the third pulls the free end of the rope. See who wins. Balance point in handy way. Arrange some objects on a tray. Place the tray on fingers and smoothly bring the fingers closer. The point where the fingers meet is the balance point, that is the center of gravity. It topples over when cut a wooden block into this shape. Balance it on a pen and locate its center of gravity. Fix a nail at the CG and hang a wire indicator. Stand it by its smallest side. It topples over. But it can stand on a tilted board. Observe the indicator. In normal position, indicator points outside the base. In the tilted position, the indicator points inside the base. The block topples over the moment its CG comes out of base. Center of gravity of an object is a point where the entire weight of an object is supposed to be concentrated. An object remains stable as long as its CG is supported, otherwise it topples over. Y ball rolls on minimal slope. Cut out a circle, octagon and a hexagon from a thermocol sheet. CG of each block lies at their geometrical centers. Push in the pin here and hang wire indicator. Place a block and tilt the board. The moment CG goes beyond the base, block rolls down. Place all the three blocks in a row and tilt the board. CG of a circle gets out of base on a slightest slope. As the slope increases, first octagon and then hexagon. Why is racing car bottom heavy? Keep two half-open matchboxes and gently tilt the board. They topple together. Now place in this way and see which topples first. Matchbox with its CG at higher level topples first. Racing cars or bikes are built with most of their weight on the lower side. This lowers down their CG and reduces their chances of toppling over. Balancing spoon and fork. Entwine a spoon and a fork. Using a match, put the setup on the rim of a glass. The setup balances itself. Now set the match on fire. Even now it remains balanced. Nearer the CG, more the friction. Keep a stick on fingers. Move only one finger towards the center. Surprise! Both fingers move. A step ahead. Now try to move both fingers towards the end. Only one moves. To know why it happens, support the stick like this. Feel stick applies more weight on finger near the center. More the weight, more is the friction. Actually, after some distance, the finger stops sliding and stick slides over other finger. Soon, stick stops and the first finger slides. Observe, finger moves, scale moves. Again, finger moves. Paper pillar bridge. Roll equal size stiff papers or postcards into tubes and fasten with rubber bands. Arrange them on the floor. Place a tray. Carefully stand on the tray. Rate of fall is same. Place 3 pieces of chalk stick on the edge of a table. Hold a foot ruler touching all the 3. Tightly hold one end, pull back and release the other end. Ruler hits all the 3 simultaneously but with different force. Watch carefully, all the 3 hit the ground simultaneously. See once again in slow motion. Brush moves up the pipe. Insert a brush into a pipe from below and strike at your wrist. Brush emerges from top. When does nail prick? Fix a sharp nail to some heavy object. Hang it to a half-cut bottle using 2 rubber bands. Insert a balloon in the bottle. If setup is released, when will the nail pick the balloon? 1. Just when released. 2. Midway. And 3. After hitting floor. Watch attentively. It pricks just when released. See in slow motion. It doesn't move until place a marble in a box and keep a marker in line with the marble. Hit the box moves but the ball doesn't move until ball of the box hits it. Observe carefully. See in slow motion. An object at rest remains at rest until some force makes it to move. It continues moving until. Place a marble, hit the box sharply and stop it. Box stops, but the marble keeps moving. See in slow motion. An object at rest remains at rest, and a moving object keeps moving in the same direction and with the same speed until some force makes it to change its state. This tendency of an object to maintain its state of motion is called inertia. Next few activities demonstrate inertia. Inertia Activity 1. Can you pull out the paper strip? The coin should remain as it is. Do like this. Inertia Activity 2. Place a paper strip between two bottles. Hold the strip and once again. Inertia Activity 3. Make a ring of a plastic strip. Alternatively, you can use an embroidery ring. Arrange a setup like this and sharply sweep the ring away. The chalk drops into the bottle. Bombs are dropped. Do you know that bombs have to be dropped much before the plane reaches the target? To know why, perform this activity. Run fast and release the ball exactly over the bucket. Ball falls ahead of the bucket. While in your hand, ball was moving forward. It continues its forward journey even after being left, so it falls ahead. In the next clip, see that ball stays in vertical line with hand. Separate the balls. Put two balls and join the glasses. Can you get the balls one at each end? First try and then. Overturn water. Make a setup like this. Gently swing the setup. Now revolve. Water doesn't fall. Balloon spinner. Tape a balloon at the longer end of a bendy straw. Insert a pin near the balloon. Hold the setup by the pin and ball spinner. Bend two pieces of refill and insert them in a ball opposite to each other. Insert one more refill. Push in a straw over this refill and blow. You can use pieces of bendy straw instead of bent refills. Clip in mid-air. Tie a steel clip and some weight at the ends of a thread. Take a magnet and pass different materials through the gap. Magnetize a needle. Rub a magnet against a steel needle in one direction only. The needle gets magnetized. Now test its polarity. Bring it near a pole of a magnetic compass. One end attracts while the other repels. Do unipolar magnets exist? Rub a magnet and magnetize a steel wire. It has two poles. Its one end attracts a pole of a magnetic needle while the other end repels. Cut the wire in pieces and test their polarity. Each piece has both the poles. Which of them is magnet? One of the needles is magnetized. How will you find out? First, bring their ends closer. They attract. So, either can be a magnet. Now, bring end of one to the center of the other. A attracts center of B. But B doesn't attract A center. Magnetic force is strongest at the poles of a magnet and is absent at the center. Needle A is magnetized, but magnetism is absent at its center. So, when needle B is brought near A center, there is no attraction. Magnetic heat engine. Arrange a setup like this. Heat the pin. Watch carefully. On getting hot enough, the pin loses its magnetic property, so magnet fails to attract it. As it swings away, it cools, regains its magnetic property, and again gets attracted by the magnet. Magnetic property is lost if material is heated beyond a certain temperature called Curie point. Molecules always move. Take hot, tepid and cold water. Gently add a pinch of color crystals. Color spreads but at different rates. It spreads fastest in hot and slowest in cold water. All molecules are continuously in motion. With rise in temperature, molecules become more energetic and move faster. Here, color is used only to make the effect of molecular movement visible. Inflate balloon with CO2. Pour some vinegar in a bottle. Put some baking soda inside a balloon. Fit the balloon over the bottle's neck, taking care that no baking soda drops in the bottle. Now let the baking soda fall into vinegar. Vinegar contains acetic acid. Baking soda reacts with acetic acid and CO2 is released, inflating the balloon. Fire extinguisher. Light a small candle at the center of a bowl. Pour some vinegar. Add baking soda. Flame goes out. CO2 released in chemical reaction surrounds the flame and cuts off air supply. Carbon dioxide flows down. Hold a paper slide over a candle flame. Put some baking soda and vinegar in a bottle. Hold the mouth of the bottle at the top of the slide. CO2 flows down and puts out the flame, which goes out earlier. Cover 3 candles of different height under a jar. Will they go out together? If not, then in what order? Tallest one goes out first, then the middle one, and the shortest one goes out last. Though CO2 is denser than air, CO2 produced here is hot, so it starts accumulating from top and envelops the tallest candle first. Endothermic reaction. Note the temperature of vinegar. It is about 31 degrees centigrade. Add baking soda. Soon the temperature drops. Some chemical reactions require heat energy, which is taken from the reacting chemicals themselves. As a result, chemicals cool down. Such reactions are called endothermic reactions.